Hey everyone, this is Kevin with Divinely Designed, and we're going to do a card making video today, but a couple of you have asked to see my kitty because he occasionally makes an appearance, but doesn't usually stay very long. So this is him, this is Apollo, he's an Osicat. He's not being very cooperative right now, he wants to go and play, but, right, can you say hi to the people? No? Can you look up there? There you go, good kitty, good kitty. So that's Apollo, and his sister is Artemis, but she's not here right now. So, okay, kitty, you can go play. All right, so let's get to it. So we're going to make a card video today, actually kind of a set of cards. So they're they're very kind of simple, and I didn't even do any stamping on them. I left them blank on the inside. Because the focus really is these three-dimensional flowers that I've used on the outside, otherwise kept them very clean. So I've done 3 in blue, and I'm going to do kind of a matching set in pink. And I think I'm going to put together like as a set, and I give them as a gift for someone to use as little, note cards or special cards they can add to gifts themselves. So the dies I use are a series of dies from Joy Crafts called Floral Flourishes, and they just have different shapes to them, but each one has 4 dies from largest to smallest. So those are the dies, and I simply took an 8.5 cardstock, and I actually took 2 pieces, 2 8.5 cardstocks, and cut them lengthwise, right? So I can have a card that folds from the top, like that, and then 1/2 of it I used to cut out all of the floral pieces. We'll be using this as the card base. I kind of sped this up a little bit because I'm sure you know what cutting dies is like. It leaves you with 4 cutouts, and you can see here 3 of them I've already nested inside of each other, and I've put little embellishments in the middle of them. Those embellishments are from Martha Stewart Crafts. They're just called embellishments. They're little, just sort of little candy dots. If you can see those, they're real tiny. And what I did was I actually used some Distress ink. So for the blue ones, I used Salty Ocean. For the pink one, I'm going to be using Festive Berries. And I have the round blending tool. And all I did was take the tool and then go around the edges of the die cut. And the reason I'm using Distress ink is because I'm going to be using Wink of Stella later on, and that's going to soften. Right now you can see these edges are kind of harsh, but the Wink of Stella, because it has liquid in it, is actually going to soften the edges a little bit. Put that aside. After you've inked them up, you can take a bone folder, or I'm going to use, this is a Stampin' Up! Paper piercing tool. On the side, the good side, I'm going to take my paper piercer and I'm going to hold it against a petal and then drag it up, like almost like you were curling a ribbon. Same concept here, right? I'm going to curl these up a little bit, give them a little dimension. Now these petals, I actually, each petal you sort of play with to make it more of a flower shape. So for these petals, what I do is there's actually kind of a little indentation in the center here. So I'm just going to enhance that and sort of poke it in a little bit. And I'm going to do that on all of them. So let's see if you can see that. So you see how it has sort of an indentation there? And I've just kind of enhanced that a little bit, right? Okay. All right, once that's done, a little bit of glue in the center. Today I'm using Martha Stewart's craft glue. And now the other 3 I've already done. and I've already used my Wink of Stella on them, but I've nested them, and you can see as I've nested them, I've tried to make sure that the one layer fits in between the petals of the next layer. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm just going to push it in, move it around so I get a good placement. And I think that's good. And then I'm going to just press nice and firm to get that glue going. Okay. All right, I have a clear Wink of Stella here. And then I've already done the middle petals, but just to show you kind of what I was doing, I'm just taking it and coloring in the whole pattern to give it shimmer, but I'm also going around where I did that distress ink, and that's going to help soften that ink that was on the outside. And I'm just going to do that to all of them. Okay. All right. And my Wink of Stella got a little bit of red on it, so that Festus berries, and I'm just going to take a clean cloth and kind of drag it over it until I get that color out. Okay. All right, the flower all done. I'm going to let that dry for a second. I have my A2 card that I've cut, and I have a piece of ribbon that's cut slightly longer than the width of the card. I'm going to take some permanent roll-on adhesive here. In this case, this is Derice or Derice. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. But it is the perfect width for this little ribbon. So I'm just going to roll that on both sides. And then for this one, I'm going to put them a little bit toward the bottom. Okay. I'm going to take my bone folder and just give that a nice press. Make sure that stays on nice. And then I'm going to take some scissors. And I'm not going to wrap it around. I'm actually just, because I covered the whole thing in permanent adhesive, I'm just going to cut it off right flush with the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue again, directly on the back of that flower. I'm going to put a decent amount here because it's going to go over this ribbon. And then this one I'm going to put a little bit off center here and sort of down at the bottom. And that's obviously going to take a little bit of time to dry. Okay. Well, I went ahead and made the other three. So this is what I came up with. So for those, and you can see, I'll get this one a little bit closer, hopefully. Let's see if I can get it here. So you can see that Wink of Stella gives it a great shimmer. And it also just sort of softened those edges so they just look really nice. So I have my pink ones that are sort of down at the bottom. And then I have my blue ones, which I centered. And I think they make a nice series of 6 cards that I think I'm going to give as a gift, you know, as a little gift to someone. And I'll probably make a little box to put them in so they stay nice and the flowers stay nice because these are kind of three-dimensional. These probably aren't cards that you would mail to someone. These are cards that you would probably either hand deliver or maybe you can put it on a gift, you know, that you're giving someone as a little extra special card to go with it. So, okay, that's it, folks. A really quick video making some flower cards here. Okay, hope you like it. If you do like it, click on that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more videos about paper crafting, cards, and soap and bath and body videos, click on that subscribe button. Comments, questions, leave them below. I love to get them, and I will certainly try to answer them if I can. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. See you all later.